There it finally went. Come on. There we go. Look that way. I'm just trying to make a couple shares here real quick, just for shits and giggles, while I wait for a few people, see if get a couple people come in. So yeah, put that up. Copy out. Post. Spot that one. Spot that one. That's where I'm at. Oh yeah, no doubt.
There's a lull in the storm, and of course,
Yeah, rain slows
we get
down.
a lot of bees at our
Rain slows down. And
nectar. You know, because there's
doing
bees.
video just so you know.
Okay, bees, lots of bees. I'm gonna go out. So,
but yeah, the rain slows down, they're gonna come out and try to get some food.
yeah, then.
Bees too.
Yeah, there's we get a lot of bees.
Yeah, when it rains hard, they're gonna stay hid. Let's see, pass a couple more here. Come on. I don't look like I'm in that one. Why not? Probably a lot of the same people, but we'll see. You guys all know. Not that one. Okay, owners. Looks like to be about that. All right. That one, that one. That one's in there. Let's see what this is real quick. I'm getting here, folks. I'm getting here. I'm pretty sure I did on this one. All right. Kill that stuff out. So how's everybody doing? Hope y'all all right. We're getting lots of good rain today. But this down. It seems easier to see down here, obviously. Now I could probably actually back that up a little bit. Do I have it up? No, I need to take it down. Minimize these guys, bring you back up. Let's see if I can take it back some if it gets any better. It might not. I don't think that moved back. And there it did a little bit once I took it all the way out. And backed it off off a tad. That's a little better, I guess, but not really. So anyways, come across a couple decent deals. Not the greatest deals. They're alright. Some Hot Racing rims. These are 2.2s. They're on eBay. You can buy the rims at A-Main for, I think it's $53.99, $52.99, something like that. And then they're on eBay for like $59. I made a counter offer, and you know, reasonable, but a little on the low side. And he come back, oh, it's a fair counter offer, so I went ahead and picked those up. And these are just some cheap, inexpensive. I don't want to call them really cheap. Cheap tends to mean quality as well as price. I don't know about the quality yet because I've never bought a set of these before. I've always bought, you know, branded different tires from Proline, or you know, usually, or some J Concepts or RC 4-wheel drive, what have you. The RC 4-wheel drives are pretty decent tires, even though their rigs at one point weren't the best. Tires and rims are always pretty decent, so that's what I'm kind of, you know, the main three, Proline being the main. And actually, because of crawling, I used more RC 4-wheel drive than I had J Concepts. But always 1.9s, 1.5s, just because I didn't have a need for 2.2s. Didn't have any 2.2 rigs and didn't want to put like huge oversized tires on any of my other rigs, so I never had it. But with the Ryft, it's a 2.2 beast. So now these are sold as new, or actually used, but new and never used, because they look really good. That's the way they're listed. They were listed as, you know, new or used, but in new, you know, condition, and they are. Looks like they might have been used as mock-up or something. Bought them and never used them, what have you. And the seller I bought them from was most likely a just a reseller, somebody that buys stuff, and probably somebody that buys a bunch of RC packages here and there, and they were one of the kits he bought and parted out. All right, let's get some eyes. So I looked at these yesterday. These actually came in yesterday. They're not too bad. They're wide. There it is. Let's see what we are. They're fully collapsed, 40 millimeters wide, so they are a wide rim. Got a 6-bolt lug type style with a, you know, power might go out. Yeah, something took a fry on the line. It almost seems like that would be the way it hacked it there, almost like it was a heavy limb from water hanging down, maybe. But it, I thought it was going to go out. I'm surprised it didn't.
Oh, did you hear it?
Yeah, it was right across the.
Going,
yeah, it sounded like that transformer. Probably the one that goes back to
back to what's the space is back here?
Yeah,
across the way.
Back across the street.
Yeah, that's right. Because it was loud.
Or the transformer that hits Kathy's place, because there's 2 of them on that pole.
Right, that was loud, man.
Oh yeah. You think that's loud? If the fucker blows, they sound like a cannon. I mean, they're loud.
The one on Wheeler.
There's been transformers that have blown that rattled people's houses so much it's broke windows. Yeah, it's when they go, they go. So if the power, if I stream dies and power went out, I don't know if you guys could hear that on there, but that was, you know, electricity shorten up. So let me see. use my other little wrench. I think I might even try to use these little things here. It might work a lot easier dealing with this stuff. Ooh, nope. Oh yeah, that's going to be a bit of a bear on those. I wonder how these SSDs would fit on here. I can put those on later, maybe. Jeez, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's pull one apart and take a good look. There's a screw and coming off the face of this too a little bit. I'm interested what the heck is up with that. They just stuck it in there as if it's supposed to, you know, a small screw coming through the front lip almost of the rim. It's like, is that supposed to be like a valve stem? Not quite sure. It looked a little interesting. Let's see what that's all about here in a minute. So these can be a real pain sometimes to put together, and I've never done the hot racing ones, so I'm going to see how easy or hard they are. But these are a 40mm wide rim, so that should make it kind of easy in some aspects. Yeah, come on out of there. Down, yeah. That cap just pop on. Yep. Yep, it sure is. Okay, don't have to go back on there. Okay, so interesting setup. I get those in the right place or they're not going to line up. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of what it looks like this thing is supposed to be. The screw going through here. Got a real small screw here. Oh, right here it kind of did up. I think it's supposed to just kind of mimic a valve stem. You can see it kind of coming through right here. It's on all four tires. Will this thing focus? Probably not. Junk. Yeah, trying to a little bit. This thing's kind of a pain. As soon as it, you know, focuses on one thing, it wants to stay there. But yeah, it's kind of a strange little setup. All right. He's got a bunch of looks like metal shavings on him. Let's take a peek here. Foam's not real firm, but it is a full foam. It does fill up the tire. No smells to it. I believe it's closed cell, but may not be. Wipe down. Well, rubber's not bad. This is butyl rubber, so it's not a silicone or a synthetic mix, I should say. So it's not synthetic mix on rubber. And I got little sparkly, you can kind of see that on there. There are all little metal shavings all around it. Probably should take and go wash them off real quick. Give them a quick little wash. I think what I'll do on this rim here is I'll put a little bit of T2000 or whatever it is, T1000 on the back side, or a little bit of RTV to help, you know, seal that out so water don't get in. My plan is I have to seal these up and not actually vent them. They are kind of a thin carcass. They got a nice tread pattern, as you can see. I think cut out every other lug, but the carcass is kind of thin. You can kind of see the pattern, how thin it is. It's, you know, it's pushing on the back side, so not a firm lugs though. The lugs are nice and firm, but the carcass side is soft, so they're gonna just tuck and roll. These may be okay crawler tires and might not be the best for the Ryft. We'll see. But the price was right. I think $35 or $39 for a set of 4 of them on Amazon. 5.7 tall 2.2s. And I'm not going to worry about washing them. I can do that later if I need to. So I'm going to fold the foam up and work it back inside the tire. And these do have a directional to them, obviously. They got a small curve. You want to, you know, push that so the hooks are kind of pointing down as you're moving forward. So there is a little direction to them when you're installing them. You're going to want to pay attention to. Let's try to work them a little bit and get these foams setting in here nicely. Got two different sets. I got a set of Duratrax Deep Woods coming, and a set of Chinese knockoff Chinesd, as I call it, INSD, because they're pretty much a knockoff of the SSD type rims. Figured I'd give them a try. They were cheap, but they didn't look too bad in the pictures. It looked like a pretty decent amount of beef around them. Let's install the ring. A little bit older. You can see a little discoloring on them. Probably sitting around in a house that had smokers in it. I'm a smoker, so although I am trying to quit again. Ring inside there. All right, so we're gonna assemble this for Take my T1000 or E6000, not T1000, E6000. And dab a little bit around the spot on the back of the screw. So I want to kind of keep that sealed up a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can line these things up. Looks like it. Sitting around that side, okay. See up to one. So you gotta get all these things lined up right. There we go. That looks like the one. It's the one. He's the one. Neo's the one. Okay. Well, that looks pretty decent. So this is going to be the pair on these, I can see. So let's get two of these set. This is where it's going to be the bear. I so much prefer beadlock setups that actually just use rings on the outside. Takes more work, but so much better for assembly. Let's start with one. Line this up again. That's pretty good to it. Darn it. I had to, but you moved on me. Okay. Let's see, is that the right one or is that one too small, I think. for a shot here. I should pull this up a little farther. I'm sometimes bad about that. See, these things are kind of a pain to assemble, but these actually, oh, crap, might not be too bad. Where'd you go? All right. There you went. Did it again. Did it again. All right. That one in. These ain't gonna be too bad. Not as bad as I was thinking they'd be. Actually, it'd be pretty easy to go together in comparison to some I've dealt with. Yeah, it is a pretty soft foam. Definitely we're going to need some firm foams in these things for the Ryft if it's possible. So I'll probably grab a set of Dirty Richard firms, the tallest ones they got, or at least go around and see what's possible for good foam to use. Okay, now let's see here. Why do I want to do this the other way? Take a look around here. And try to work this a little bit and make sure the tiger's sitting in a decent place. There's a bead here. So with that side sitting in a little farther. The only other thing sometimes is getting these beadlocks to set properly on the tire itself. It can be a real pain. Can be a riz pain. Gotta be a 5mm. 5.5. I think that was my 5.5. Yeah. I think that's part of the problem. Is the bead isn't set all the way around, so take off some of these nuts here. That looks pretty good. Once the side of the front isn't that great. Hold beads off a little bit yet. And of course, I pulled it out a tad, but it's a little light, get another angle. Okay. Pain in the ass trying to line these things up right, because there is apparently no marks that you'll line up on. Okay. Okay. Put these together the rest of the way. Pain in the butt. Trying to get these things set right, and they're still looking messed up. This is the biggest turd. Oh, there we go. That's better. Go ahead and focus on a little farther. Yeah, that's setting in there properly. Now, it ain't too bad. Now, once you get them set to where they're supposed to be, it's actually assembled pretty decently. These hot racing rims. Okay. Well, look good all the way around. Some of that one. Strip the bolt. And nut maybe. Tightens up well. Yeah, this one's a little stripped. We'll have to watch that one and put a different nut and bolt on it. That's one of the things that can happen if people aren't paying attention. They put these things together, tighten them too much. Those Chinese metals aren't always that great as far as quality goes. So it's easy to strip. That's the bad one. It can be very easy to strip out and be crap. So these are right here. The back of these nuts. Of course, this driver ain't the greatest either. It's pretty Onyx. I think they were the cheap Onyx setup. All right, that'll work out pretty decently. Looks like it should mounted pretty well. See the beads, you know, got a nice seat all the way down underneath the tire lip here. And you can see the lips, you know, the tires on there and both sides. Looks pretty good. But the foam is soft. Not a lot of sidewall protection. A little bit. I think they need a better, of course I've got them unvented, so I'm not pushing any air out. So if I get them all kind of like that, they actually might give it some sidewall support, just having that little bit of air pressure in there, but I don't think so. I think I'm going to end up having to put firmer foams in, and then when I do seal them together, finally push out, because I'd be doing a lot of water running. And I really don't want to get in and out of my tires after every run. So, yeah, these didn't go together too bad. So, yeah, the tires are not bad. Thin, butyl rubber, but it's thin. You can see it's kind of, you can see my nail pushing through it. It's not very thick. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a good spot of this because of the I guess maybe it's about a millimeter thick, but kind of hard to say because got a little cutaway in the bead there. Be careful, I'm going to end up stabbing a hole in it. Yeah, that might be a millimeter thick. It is pretty thin. So it might not last or hold up well. They might tear kind of easy because of that thin rubber. But it's butyl rubber. It is rubber. So it may not be too bad. We'll see how they turn out. Like I say, the Duratrax Deep Woods, they should be better. They're coming off one of the eBay stuff, so it'll be a day or so yet. They were in Illinois earlier today, so they'll probably be here tomorrow. I'm supposed to have another set of rims, cheap rims. I do have a set of foams when I was on Amazon and bought, you know, these tires and this other set of rims that's not here yet. They're orange and black, so they'll look a little bit better on the rim, on the Ryft. I found a set of foams on there that are said to be kind of 2-stage, 3-stage firm. They're cheap, like $15 for a set of 4. And I thought, oh, what the hell? For $15, how bad can it be? So we're going to give those a shot when they arrive. But it's looking, you know, end of July, early August before they actually get here. So I may throw those back in these at that time or in something else. But, yeah, overall, I think this will work out pretty good. We'll give it a shot. Like the tires aren't so thick. Carcasses are pretty good. Got a nice lug. The lugs are firm. I think if they had a 2.5 millimeter, you know, carcass, 2 millimeter carcass, a little bit more ribbing on the inside, there's pretty much none. I mean, the insides of these are smooth. So if they ribbed up the inside, added some support, these actually wouldn't be probably a bad tire. You know, if you can get them firmer and they're a little bit more durable than I anticipate them being, they'd probably work a little better. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut the video down. I've already been at this half hour. You don't need to see me do the rest of these. This didn't go together too badly. Pretty decent. Yes. So I'll go ahead and pop the rest of these apart and get all 4 of them put together, and then I'll move on. When I get the other 2 sets of tires, I'll get those put on, then I'll try to do a little video review of them. At least of the rims, and pretty much a lot of people know the Duratrax brand, and the wheels I'm looking at, the Deep Woods, they're one of their crawler versions, and there's been a couple nice reviews written up on them already, and it seem to be pretty fair reviews. And these are people spending their own money on them, so. And they were suggested by one of the guys who did a review over on RC Crawler to me for the Ryft, because he said they are a durable tire. They're pretty thick carcass, got a nice lug, and he used them out in like the Mojave, where he's at. Obviously, I'm not there. I'm going to be doing more woods running. He said they probably would be a really good dirt tree root tire. Not the greatest on nothing but rock, but anything else would be probably pretty good with them. So yeah, what the hell? They're cheap enough at 23, 24 bucks a pair. So I thought, well, it's worth a shot to give them a try. Anyways, we'll see what they're like. Pop that up. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down, and we'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Oh, hit that like, share, and subscribe. I know I'm boring some days.